morning. Good morning, everybody. We're here this morning with Tony from Cartwright Lighting. Cartwright is actually my oldest supplier from 1990, and you bought it in
1996.
1996, and we still have a good relationship.
We do.
Which
We won't go there.
it's not because of me. So you guys started off, you were in Crowchild Trail there.
Correct.
And that store was, it was packed with lights. And so you made a decision.
We decided back, I guess it would be, when we first bought the store, we were there for 7 years.
Yeah.
And so recognizing that we wanted to enhance our product, we wanted to, we also recognized that in the space that we had, we couldn't show our product very well.
Right.
It was jammed, as you mentioned. And so we decided to make the purchase of our existing building, which shows a lot more product in 14,000 square feet, where before we only had 7.
Right.
And in turn, recognized that there was a true change in the Calgary community. People were traveling more, they experienced more, they saw more, and we felt somewhat obliged to ensure that we could offer more product.
So by being out there, you saw all these different products and then went back to you and said, geez, I would like something like this, and you
purchased that
gladly
accommodated
them. Yeah. So the other thing is I noticed you got a lot of furniture in here.
Yes, we have.
So when did you decide to do that?
About 10 years ago, we started to dabble a little bit into the furniture. However, our sister store in Edmonton opened up an actual furniture showroom.
Right.
And in turn, that enabled us to capture and get involved in more furniture.
Okay.
We're very selective of where we're very selective, in regards to what we want in our showroom. We want to be different from our regular box stores.
Sure.
We want to be different than even some of the boutique furniture showrooms.
Yeah.
And so we're seeking out product that we believe Calgarians are interested in at a good price value and unique pieces.
Well, I guess that's a huge thing. The one thing that I wanted to address is the quality of service that I've always received here. Your staff has always been great. I've basically had 2 salespeople for the majority of time until recently. Deb, who was my sales rep forever, retired. But I wanted to talk about how people say to me, oh man, I found this thing online and it's going to be cheaper and everything. And they get the product and it's not CSA approved.
We have experienced that, where customers will come and share exactly the same story, recognizing that basically no electrician will install a non-CSA approved product. So twofold. Number one, anything that we sell in our showroom has to be CSA.
Sure.
And in light of that, ultimately, when it comes right down to it, when we offer people product, we need to guarantee them that it's going to be good quality, long lasting, and that there would be potentially no issues. If an issue should arise, we take responsibility. That would include any time that we ship product to a brand new home. We are very careful about how we pack that, label it, bulb it, so that when the electrician goes to install it, everything is there. And that should an issue arise, whether it's at time of installation or even down the road, we were going to warranty that product.
So this is something that I try to always address with all my clients about anybody who supplies something. If you supply it, it comes bulbed, it is labeled as to where it goes. If there's an issue with anything, it's not my issue.
Correct.
And as a home builder, there's a lot of issues that we deal with that are little items like paint issues and that we have to look after. But with lighting, we don't. It's not that we have a lot of issues. In fact, I have to say we rarely do. But those lights that are 20 feet up in the air, I'm much happier to call you guys than me look after it or have somebody else.
Right. And so we take that very seriously, wanting to ensure that there are no issues, but if something should arise, we take responsibility.
Right.
It's on us.
Okay. Well, why don't we just have a little walk around and then...
we can certainly do that.
Hey, oh my God, Avenue Magazine. I built a house that was in this Avenue Magazine. Not this particular one. Mine was a little older, but...
So why don't we have a look just around the corner here?
Sure.
We're walking into a section where we've identified decorative lighting in the black finish.
Okay.
Basically, black is probably one of the #1 colors as far as customer selections are concerned.
Okay.
Black is very neutral, but, and the other thing that's really important is black is not the only color.
Yes.
As we walk a little bit further, you can see that it has a combination of black and gold.
Right.
Gold being the next probably the next most important color as far as an option for customers is concerned.
Right, right.
Gold has become not #1, but definitely a primary choice. We try to follow the trends of
Sure.
our other organizations in regards, or suppliers, sorry, and gold definitely has been coming up strong. Right behind us, we have a very unique piece here.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That has been a favorite piece. Here you've got the flavor of the clear glass with the gold-black combination. You can also see that we're showing art on the wall.
Yeah.
And there too, we have been purchasing a lot of art. It helps display the product.
It looks really nice, a great combination. So these almost look like they're full of water.
It's a solid piece of glass.
Wow. That's very cool. It's funny because, of course, brass
was back and popular back in the 80s, the 70s and 80s,
Yeah.
and it has slowly made its way back. However, the color of the gold, or sometimes referred to as a brass, has definitely changed. It's a much deeper, richer color.
Right.
Too
Too bad, because I still have some brass knobs that I haven't from.
well, there's nothing wrong with that. And you can certainly mix metals. There's nothing wrong with that.
Everything looks great. Well, what do we got over here?
Here we've got some in gold finishes,
Okay.
but some more contemporary designs.
Gotcha.
And that would be also very important to note, is that we try to ensure that we offer a variety of product, whether it's traditional, whether it's transitional, or even a little bit more contemporary. Everybody has a slightly different taste.
Well, the one thing I notice here, relative to years ago, is everything used to be so jammed because you had limited space.
Right.
So now it's a little bit nicer for the clients to walk around. And so that's a service that you guys offer. The salesperson walks around with my customers and identifies what might work well with the height of the ceiling, the size of the room.
Exactly.
That's another big problem, because people sometimes, if they try to select something, they pick a little tiny light like that for their big bedroom, and it looks like a little
Peanut.
on the ceiling. So your expertise here is a huge thing.
Right. It's very hard for the average person, and I say it with all due respect, to identify perspective as far as height,
Sure.
Scale, all of those elements. And that's why you have the trained professionals to help them get a better understanding of that, right? So, yeah, and that's something that we have no problem spending time with people, helping them to understand what would be the right scale, and what's the right look.
Well,
and try to
even-
marry that together with everything in the home.
Well, even picking the bulbs, because some people like white, some people like warm. So, anyway.
Right. That's been a significant issue in people understanding of what is the right color.
Right.
And so we also share a great deal of information in regards to the color choices,
Yeah.
in regards to the illumination.
Right.
Whether that be their pot lights, whether that be the decorative fixtures, so that everything is consistent in the
Yeah.
home.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we've been doing business since 1990. You since 1996, since you took over. It's been great, and we're going to continue that, Tony.
I hope so. Thanks very much.
Thank you.